Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am talking a little bit about some possible explanations of the thoughts of people with schizophrenia. Let me explain that to you now. People with schizophrenia will have in their minds perhaps questions like this. Why can't I say that I speak Russian? Why can't I say that I have two girlfriends in Sri Lanka? Why can't I say that I wrote a book? Why can't I say that I participated in the Spanish Civil War? And so forth. They don't understand often the need of speaking the truth. Their past seems to be theirs, and they can do whatever they want with their past. They don't really mind being caught lying. They may be caught lying 1,000 times, and they will continue to lie. It's very interesting. They don't mind about lying. They don't see any problem not telling the truth. In their minds, it is different. They don't have a commitment to be judicious in their thoughts and speak only something that is logically sound. They don't. Fantasy and truth are the same for many of them. And they don't have a so careful thinking. They don't have a stoic thinking. They think more freely. They associate, they make free associations. And sometimes one thought doesn't connect to the next one. So uh, there's a weaker logic in the minds of people with schizophrenia quite often. They don't offer us a chain of thoughts developing into a conclusion many times. They will speak about the current political situation in Spain and the correlation of that with oil prices, whatever, and many absurd thoughts, but you think they are coming to a conclusion, they never come to the conclusion, for example. So they have these many logical problems in their minds. They are much more careless to speak the truth or to lie, much more careless in the process of thinking, of having a sound logic or just free association. You see, this is one of the dramas of people with schizophrenia, that they will perhaps ask us, why are you so careful about what you think, about what you say? What is the need for that? Why can't I say lies? Why can't I be careless in my thoughts? What is the problem? Right? I remember a small discussion between a Chinese philosopher and a Chinese poet. And the Chinese poet said, if I am slow to say something, I lose the opportunity, I miss the opportunity of saying something. And if I am judicious about what I have said, I will always regret. So I don't think at all. I just speak spontaneously and I never regret what I have said. This is somewhat related to schizophrenia. They don't see the need of being careful in their thoughts. They don't see the need of correcting the wrong conclusions they come to. Their minds quite often is a little bit different. They may come to a false conclusion. You may point that to them. You may show them they are wrong. They may agree that they are wrong, but the next day they will make another conclusion in the same hasty way. They are they jump into conclusions easier than the usual, and they don't mind at all. They cannot possibly understand they should not jump to conclusions. That is the point. You may explain to them, you should be more careful. Everybody notices you're lying. Everybody notices you don't have a logically sound reasoning. But in their minds, they don't understand that because for some reason they don't have the need of a sound logic. They don't have the need to speak the truth. It is all the same in their minds. So, and what happens is that quite often we expect of adult people to be more rationalistic than what they are. They may sound like children many times, which is highly unpleasant, right? Or they may sound weird. They may sound weird. People may think, why does this person lie so much? It is because in his mind there is no problem. But how to explain that to everyone? How could people possibly understand there is a lack of commitment to the truth? And that is not really bad. That's not evil. That's not a lack of morality. That's schizophrenia, in my opinion, has nothing to do with a lack of morality. It's totally different. One of the aspects, in my opinion, is this one I am describing to you now. For them, a sound logical reasoning has the same strength in their minds than a free association. A lie about the past is so much speakable as a truth about the past. There is no difference. That's how they operate. And that's a source of much misunderstanding between people with schizophrenia and people without schizophrenia. Because they cannot possibly understand. You may correct them. You may say, you have never studied Russian. How can you say that you speak Russian? So tomorrow maybe this person will not repeat that he has studied Russian, but another lie will come. And he will speak this other lie because in his mind, he does not have to correct himself in this realm. For them, logic is not so important. That's how I feel. Right? They take hasty decisions, they come to hasty conclusions. They're not careful in their thoughts. And they look like children because of this many times. And the disagreements that come from this way of being, sometimes they become serious. Right? I do not aim to put here all about schizophrenia. This is not all about schizophrenia. There are many other aspects of schizophrenia, but one aspect, in my opinion, a very important one, is this one. At the core of schizophrenia lies a logical problem. Right? Truth and non-truth are the same. Judicious and non-judicious thoughts are the same. That's in their minds. Thank you for your attention. Continue to follow me. Subscribe below in my channel. Thank you.